right, welcome to another day working in the shop. Today we are not working on the heavy wrecker because we're waiting on parts for some of the drivetrain, but that's great because Lizzie broke the banana yesterday.
I didn't break it, it broke itself.
So we have a maintenance day that we should take, plus it's been forced upon us. So that's what we're working on today.
We're replacing the U-joint on the passenger tire.
U-joint and axles. She done good. Grab the impact and the Allen wrench and start taking this apart.
I can hold all of them in my hand.
So we've got a Dana 60, a Super Duty axle that we're gonna be narrowing because we have narrow track axles on this, about 62 inches wide. Anyway, that's a pretty big project to make that Super Duty axle to get it where we need it. Look for that coming up quickly, but until then, we just got to keep this 44 alive.
I got it. So let's try the better U-joint.
All right, so I was under the impression that the full width Chevy axles, the long side was the same as the narrow track and all the difference was made on the short side. That's not the case. So an inner axle that I thought would work won't work because it's too long. So now the banana's down, we have this axle out of it and we need new axles. We gotta find one somewhere.
Current status of the banana is down.
Okay, we're gonna put this back together really quick, get it rolling, and out the door.
All right, so we got shut down on fixing the banana.
It didn't take as long though.
But we got other things to do. So we're going to bring the off-road trailer in and we're going to fix the winch situation on that
That's like
right now.
the soonest we've ever redone something after we did it.
Did it and then didn't use it, and now we're going to fix it before we use it again. So the banana was a bust. We're gonna be productive anyway. Since we don't have parts for the heavy wrecker, we're gonna start working on something else. So we've got this new winch mounted in the wrong location. We did it in haste a couple days ago. Didn't even end up using it on the job. Now we're gonna mount it forward and a little bit lower. What's happening is these side-by-sides, the UTVs, a lot of them are so big, and if they do put aftermarket suspension and stuff on them, they can only be loaded backwards. We're gonna permanently mount a battery, so we're gonna build a battery box, and yeah. Okay, I guess now we've got to test it.
Hell, let me finish filming this and then I'll call you.
It works.
All right, so we're gonna put on a box to hold all of our straps and our winch remote, and we're also gonna do a battery hold down so this doesn't come flying out when we're bouncing down the road. Okay, that's really hot, so we're gonna let that cool off so I don't melt a hole in the case while I put the battery back in there. I'll put a strap across the top and we'll put some rubber in there and then the battery mount should be done. Holes are drilled, we can go test fit this and see if it's gonna work. Oh, perfect fit. This piece of metal I'm gonna cut out because everything I tried to do to straighten it just made it worse. So that's gonna go. We'll build a little mount in there and just weld these things right in here.
now for the moment you've all been waiting for. We are back working on the heavy wrecker. We're gonna be doing drivetrain parts. Midnight Metalworks came through, the new parts that they want us to put in there. Here they are, updated, upgraded, stainless steel, AR, billet, all of the fancy words. That's what we got. Oh, Lizzie, I'm supposed to talk to you about something. So Lizzie was fidgeting with a tape measure in a very abusive way.
2x6 piping to go under the wrecker.
And I didn't see it until you guys saw it, and I'm like, okay, well, we have something to say in the morning. So Lizzie says she's not gonna do it anymore, right?
No.
You're not in that much trouble. All right, we are ready to start working on this again. And by this, I mean that. Well, these guys are getting this all rigged up to get the wrecker pulled back in here. Lizzie, get your stool, get all your welding gear. So what we're working on is the bracket for the hydraulic ram to steer the wrecker.
You gonna tie the knot?
Yeah, I'll tie the knot.
You can do a bowline this time?
Listen, I didn't tie a bowline last time and I got in trouble, so we need a bowline. Tom does know knots.
Tom's an Eagle Scout too.
We'll do a bow line. Here we go. There's our bow line. There.
All right, so we're gonna be trying this out today. I'm curious how that works. I know we already showed you that once, but we showed you it again because we did it again. So Lizzie, the first thing I want you to do is put a nice tack there, a nice tack there, a nice tack there, then pull that off and put a nice tack there. Put a tack there and a tack there. So you just need to tack this in place. So this one's gonna be identical to that one. Okay, so what's going on here is this bearing needs to be retained. There's nothing to stop it from slipping out except for a slight press fit here, which isn't enough to keep all the gear stacked. We're gonna weld this on there and that will retain it.
See if that'll do it.
Okay, put a tack on that. So let's get those ram pieces in a straight, something straight. So this puts the center of this like right there. What I don't want to do is hit this under full compression. So all I need is 6.5 inches right here.
So move it down 1.5 inches.
Yeah, let's move it down. So let's go down 1.5 inches. That's about right there. 6.5. That's it, like that's it right there. So we've never done this before. We're trying to get everything to fit without conflict. I'm feeling 99.9% positive that we've got it right. So we're gonna start bombing it in now. Let's get after this. Okay. All right.
I was gonna see if we should take bets on how many we're missing, but looks like 0. We kept every one.
I don't know how we did that, but we did.
A little bit of luck.
Okay, spin it. Spin it. Show 'em-
I've been waiting for this. Oh, they're not even moving.
Well,
Make something happen. Try some shifting and see what it does.
so we're in neutral. Both of them are in neutral.
Okay. Go back. front spinning.
That's front wheel drive, rear neutral.
Whoa.
That is 4-wheel drive, low range.
Okay, pop out into neutral. Now your 4-wheel drive rear.
Now I'm front wheel drive to a rear wheel drive to high range.
Okay.
And now your 4-wheel drive high range.
All right.
It works.
Everything.
It works. So Lizzie got that all welded up, and now we're getting ready to fit that. All right, so that's how that's gonna fit. It's still too hot. I wanna let it cool down a little bit more, but it does fit. We've got it back as far as possible. In the future, we're gonna be putting shorter arms on here for more steering angle and a little faster steering ratio. On the rear, we're gonna leave it like this because we don't need as sharp of turning, we don't need as fast as turning, and the Ackerman's actually right for the rear. We're gonna have to fix the Ackerman angle here. And the Ackerman angle is like some geometry for steering that keeps the tires from scrubbing as you go around the corner. It's really boring. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, looks like it's going together okay.
I want a skid plate underneath it, and I originally designed this because I imagined that this would work. But now I've got second thoughts. So that's what it would look like. Wow, that's a lot of gaps to fill. That would be really strong though. Man, I don't know. Tom, is there a better design than this?
You probably want to cut this corner off or tie it in somehow.
Hand me the stinger really quick. I'm gonna put a tack. So reach in the other side and put a tack on the top. Do a full pass on here, a full pass on here, do a root pass on the bottom, fill it on the top and the bottom, and then a nice pretty one all the way across there.
Okay, now we just got to get the shifter rail thing on the back, and then this baby is ready to go.
That looks really good. This is the real bumper anyway.
I just got done welding up the whole front bracket. Now I'm gonna go work on the back and do the exact same thing.
While Lizzie's over there welding on that, we're gonna finish putting this transfer case and doubler together. In fact, Tom's already started bolting this on.
Yeah, the first piece is on, so we just got to bolt on the back half, and it'll be ready.
Ooh.
That's going good.
All right, so we've talked about this before, but what's happening here is this is the transfer case, and this is a gearbox in front of the transfer case that gives us more gear options, specifically low gear options. Okay. Yeah, this is 5.44.
Yeah. So you should be able to turn this 5.4 times to get 1 on this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be something
Yeah,
like that.
right there. Okay, it works. Everything's together right. It should hold up.
All right, we are ready to marry these two things together with this adapter. Tom got back from the store. He got the bolts we need. We're gonna put this together. I put anti-seize on any bolt that's going into aluminum. I use aluminum anti-seize. I have never regretted it. This is ready to bolt to the engine, and then it'll be ready to set in.
Yeah, we should have it running.
Soon.
Driving
soon. So we're gonna leave this till tomorrow to bolt it up, set it in. We're gonna move to this. We're gonna see if we can get this to steer today with the Ram.
All right. You got a plan for that?
I do.
Yeah.
This is just temporary. The only 1-inch bolt I've got in the shop. See if we can get this to turn under its own hydraulic power. Except for it's going to be pneumatic power. I don't have enough pressure. We're going to have to jack it up. Take a little bit of pressure off of this. And then we can steer it. Because instead of thousands of PSI, we have tens. I can stop it with hand. Okay, is that all of it?
All right, go back and forth. I want to see.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Should we do hydraulic steering or should we do pneumatic steering? That is steering with air pressure instead of hydraulic pressure for those of you that I don't know what they do. For those of you that don't know, the back one's done? Lizzie says the back one's done. Let's go look at it. Oh yeah. This one's ready to set one in. All right, it's quitting time. We got a lot done. Tom worked really hard on the transmission, transfer case, and doubler. I feel really good about that. Lizzie welded her little heart out today. Thanks, Lizzie.
It was awesome. I love welding thick stuff.
That big old thick steel just... Next week, we are going to get the engine and drivetrain set in the frame here, bolted in. We're gonna get at least that done. Just solving little problems and welding and doing all that.
Thanks for watching.
Did we Loctite those?
You built
Slip
those.
rails?